Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and we have Paul here with us. And Paul is all the way over here visiting us from Trinidad. And Paul has been diagnosed with a sliding hiatal hernia. Now, we are not going to be treating him for a hiatal hernia or acid reflux, which is what he is having. We're going to be treating him for the underlying cause of that, which is biomechanical improprieties or vertebral subluxation of the thoracic spine vertebrae, where they attach to the ribs in the back, called costovertebral subluxations, and then they go all the way around and attach to the sternum here, and we call those costosternal subluxations. When the thoracic spine and rib cage is misaligned, it makes for a weaker contact of the lower thoracic ribs here, which are all cartilaginous, and his right rib cage on the examination was 1 inch lower than his left rib cage, which is imbalance. That makes the hiatus, which is a sphincter inside of the diaphragm, weak, and the stomach slips up into the esophagus, secretes acid reflux. And you got that going all the way up into your throat, right, Paul? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have you close your eyes, bend your head forward and backwards for me, please, sir. And we've already done his examination, and as you can see from the video, come to the side here a second, Joseph. His head is way forward and pointing downward. His ear is dropping right here, way out in front of his clavicle. It's supposed to be back here over his shoulders. That's the #1 problem that he has. Also, his head's translated to the right. You see that? This right shoulder is lower than your left one. Pelvis is shifted left of center, while your thoracic spine is shifted right of center. Okay. So this being Paul's first treatment here, we're going to get a feel for his spine. Let's go on each stomach for me, Paul, with your face right down in here. Paul's been seeing a chiropractor over in Trinidad. This helped a little bit. See, that tightens up in his lower back right there. His left leg was short by about 1/2 inch. That's tender right there on the left SI joint. So the very first thing I'm going to do is adjust his left sacroiliac joint in the X and the Z axes, some Y axes. I'm adjusting his sacrum right now, which is the middle triangular shaped bone in the center of the pelvis. We'll be seeing Paul twice a day for 4 days in a row here, Monday through Thursday. One of the things that we found out early on in the consultation process was that Paul has been sleeping with a couple of big pillows under his head, propping his head forward. And you can see what that did to his posture and biomechanics. Many people have been told that they need to sleep at a upright or 45-degree angle to help keep the acid down in the stomach. That is absolutely wrong. That actually creates more compressive stress on the rib cage and pulls the stomach up through the diaphragm even more. His legs are exactly even now. And Paul, I bet you this feels a little easier than the first time.
Yeah, much easier.
Yep. Okay, you're going to feel your head popping up a little bit on this one. Okay, I'm adjusting the curve back into his cervical spine. And we're going to hit T1, T2 here to bring his whole head and neck up over. Okay, let's turn you on your back now, please, sir. You ever been adjusted like this before? Slide down this way just a little bit, please, sir, right there. Okay. This is an adjustment where I'm bringing his head superiorly and rotating it externally in a extension type of activity. Slide down this way about 1 inch, Paul, and put your arms straight out to the sides. Now I'm going to be adjusting his shoulders his sternoclavicular joints bilaterally, and then his costosternal joints bilaterally. And because this right one's a little lower, you'll notice that I'm kind of rotating it up simultaneous with the adjustment. Okay. Now relax your hands right here for me, Paul. Right here. Take a deep breath in. Let all of your air out. Okay, I'm going to get the fundus of his stomach and I'm going to pull it straight down below the diaphragm where it's supposed to be. Okay, take another deep breath in. Exhale. There we go. And deep breath in. Okay, exhale. Keep exhaling. There we go. You've seen us do this on YouTube before, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
a little different in person, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. So let's have you. Let me adjust your knees and your hips here while we're doing this. There you go. You should have felt that in your knee all the way up in your low back.
Yeah.
There we go. Excellent. Okay. Let's come over here on this table now. I'm going to lay you on your back right here. And head up that way. Yes, sir. Okay. There. Now slide up just a little bit. No, that way. So where your hips right underneath that pin, Paul. There. This one will be in tight on this side. Okay. You can relax that right there. I'm going to lift your legs up. You just relax them and let them bend. Now this is how I want you to sleep. Flat on your back, no pillow, legs elevate like this where your legs are up parallel with the floor. If you were to go home and lay on the floor in front of your couch, over at the hotel here, you put your legs up on the couch, that's how you should sleep.
Okay.
That should feel fairly relaxed right now.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So we need to get your head back and that curve back in it. Okay, I want you to take a deep breath through your nose. Keep your teeth together. Let all your air out. Exhale. There you go. Good. You should have felt that all the way down, Paul.
Yeah.
Good. See, you did good on your first one. You didn't yell and scream. Okay. I'm going to do a Palmer diversified cervical adjustment. There. Drop it in my hand. There we go. Good job. You have been adjusted from head to toe now, literally. You ever been adjusted like this before? Felt everything move, didn't you?
Yeah.
The entire rib cage when I pulled you. Okay, let's come over here in front of the mirror now again. I'm going to have you stand right here in front of the mirror. And we're going to have you close your eyes again and flex your head forward and backwards. Remember how this feels. Should feel a little easier than the first one. Okay, now neutral. Joseph, you'll come to the side here and just show how much. Look at the difference in how your chin's up now more. Mm-hmm. And you're more centered up too. But here's your exercise. You're going to pull your shoulders up and back. Mm-hmm. This is the reason that I do this last treatment here. I'm adjusting his atlas on the x-axis with him in a mirror image. Tapping the atlas on the x-axis. This stimulates proprioception into the hindbrain, the cerebellum, which controls balance, posture, coordination, and all kinesthetic movement. Now relax, Paul, and flex your head forward and backwards again. This should feel even smoother. Mm-hmm. Now neutral. See you right down the middle now?
Yeah.
Everywhere. Shoulders are squared off, your head's up and back where it's supposed to be. So very good. So would you mind sharing with our YouTube audience how your very first treatment here felt to you?
I'll say it was wonderful, magnificent.
Good.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Thank you for sharing your story. And we'll show your progress later on this week.
Sure, no problem.
Very good. This is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. We'll see y'all soon.